Howdy, folks. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Sunday night stream number 10. Hope everybody out there is doing good. Let me see. Am I coming through loud and clear? Let me check here.
Sunday night. The name's Bucky. And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
You know, I had intended to redo the Bucky alert there, and it totally slipped my mind. So I think we're stuck with the Bucky. If Bucky were played by Sean Connery alert, but I will change that eventually. Antonius, how are you, man? I apologize. Thank you for the $10 super chat, sir. Did you and Jeremy finish the adult Happy Meals? We did indeed. Yes, we did. But thank you for that, Antonius. I appreciate it, man. Hope you're doing well. Yes, we finished the adult Happy Meals. I actually could tell a story where I kind of turned into a Karen on the McDonald's staff, at one location at least. So, I may get to that. I don't know. We'll see. All right. The shape. I love you too, but good Lord, that's too much love, my man. Too much love. But let's see who else is with me tonight. We have got Necro Christ. We got Swaggy G. Swaggy, what's up, man? How are you doing? Anthony Oliver, Michael Sullivan, Michigan Dipper, Dr. CZ Death. Chris, how are you? Scratch Burno, Entertainment Wizard, Joshua Snare, Bog Zombie. Kevin Ellis, how you doing, Kevin? We got Dave in the chat. What's going on, Dave? We got JHP, LLC. We got Dan. Dan, what's going on, Dan? Hope you're doing good. Wade Lindemann, CJM. What's up, CJM? Saturn Video, The Great Spider Scion. It's an awesome name.
The name's Bucky. And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
The Great Spider. I was just complimenting you on your username, and you drop a super chat on me there. Thank you, sir. Piz ought to check out Sleep Stalker, underrated gem. Sleep Stalker. That sounds familiar. Let me look it up. I probably have seen that. Sleep Stalker. It sounds familiar. I think I have seen this. It's been a long time. Pretty positive that I've seen it. It's just been a very, very long time. But I hope everybody's doing good. Hope everybody's had a good week, a good weekend. And, yeah. Thank y'all for tuning in and hanging out with me on this Sunday night. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would certainly appreciate that. I know it's getting colder here in Kentucky. Last night it was down to like 30, 32, 34 degrees. It was really cold. So it's a little chilly tonight here as well. Hence the hoodie. But, yeah. Hope y'all are doing well. And thanks again for tuning in tonight. Got some things to talk about. I posted a poll in the chat about the new Hellraiser. If you've not voted on that poll, let me know your thoughts on it. It's either thumbs up or thumbs down. So far, 67% have given it a thumbs up, 33% thumbs down out of 55 votes. That's pretty positive for the new Hellraiser. So what y'all think of the new
name's Bucky.
Hellraiser?
And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
JHP LLC, thank you for the $9.99 super chat, sir. Everyone send Piz $10 right now. Show him love. You know what? I wouldn't mind that. That's a very nice, it's a very kind thought. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you very much. I see some people talking about Terrifier 2 in the chat. I have not had a chance to see Terrifier 2 yet. I am looking forward to it. The only thing that concerns me is that 2.5 hour runtime. That seems a bit excessive for, put it that way. But I am looking forward to seeing it at some point. Does anybody know when it hits streaming, when it hits on demand? Any idea? So I can mark my calendars. Joe Reese is dealing with an abscessed tooth. Oh, goodness. That is not good. Future Dead Camper, how are you? The runtime flies by, though. It's a blast. Okay, cool. Cool. Very cool. Well, let's talk about the new Hellraiser, the David Bruckner Hulu exclusive Hellraiser. I did a review. I posted that review, I think, yesterday. If you missed it, it is up on my channel. Go and check it out. I liked the movie with a couple of caveats. I thought it was flawed, but it was good. I liked it. I think the thing with this Hellraiser movie was expectations were really high based on Bruckner's last movie, The Night House. And especially when you find out that The Night House was originally a Hellraiser, was supposed to be a Hellraiser movie. It was a Hellraiser pitch or a Hellraiser treatment or something to that effect that they turned into what it is. But I think even though in The Night House you can see little Hellraiser-y moments in that film, and The Night House was really freaking good. If you've not seen The Night House, I definitely recommend it. So when I think the news got out that Bruckner was doing an actual Hellraiser, they were like, well, crap, I think most people were like, The Night House was so good, and it was originally intended to be a Hellraiser. Let's see what he can do with an actual Hellraiser. And again, I liked it with a couple of caveats. For instance, the lack of the original, the Christopher Young score is there, but it's kind of like a remix of it. And for me, it never hit that level where, it was epic. Like in Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2, when that score would swell and just boom to introduce the Cenobites. I mean, it was epic. I never felt that with this new Hellraiser. Even when the Christopher Young score would kind of come through.
The name's Bucky, and don't try
felt
any of
muted
that Halloween
to me.
shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
JHP LLC, thank you for the additional $4.99 super chat. Don't forget to check out Blamed. One film that's like no other. Okay. We will check out Blamed. But thank you, sir. Appreciate that very much. The Night House is awesome. Yeah. Really, really solid movie. But yeah, The Night House and this new Hellraiser definitely, there's a gap in quality there that I don't know. I guess maybe my expectations were maybe a little too high too. Like I think I wanted something more. I wanted something more from the story. And I guess something more from the characters. The Riley character that you're supposed to be sympathetic with and root for and whatnot. I know for a lot of people, she was not sympathetic at all. And I agree. I mean, for me, the most interesting characters in the film, other than the Cenobites were Voight. I thought he was a really interesting character. And what happens to him, I thought was pretty cool. And I loved the variety of Cenobites. I loved the design of the Cenobites. I see Dan is in agreement with me on the Cenobite designs. There were all sorts of just the variety of Cenobites. And I liked the fact that, you know, all of the dialogue and all of the big moments weren't just for Pinhead. You know, we got dialogue from other Cenobites. Other Cenobites had their big kind of hero moments, like the gasp, the Asian female Cenobite that kind of looked a little bit like the female Cenobite from parts 1 and 2, with a touch of Angelique from Bloodline
The name's
thrown
Bucky,
in there.
and don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Antonis, my friend, thank you for the additional $15 super chat. Very, very kind of you, sir. Have you watched the Jeffrey Dahmer TV show
Bucky,
on Netflix?
And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
It really creepers me out. I think the crime that made me the most sad was when he took a 14-year-old boy to his apartment and killed him. I've not watched the Jeffrey Dahmer. That's a Netflix thing, right? I've not watched it, but I've heard that it gets pretty graphic, pretty explicit. So I've heard some wild things about that show. So eventually I will check it out. But if anybody's watched it in the chat, let me know. And let's see, Debbie Loomis, how you doing? If Mrs. Loomis still haunts you, you're not alone. Thank you for the $1.99 super chat, Debbie. Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well. And I think, as far as Jamie Clayton's Pinhead is concerned, I think I have a crush on the Asian Cenobite. You have good taste, Dream Emulator. You have good taste. But as far as Jamie Clayton's Pinhead, I mean, when you're filling the shoes of Doug Bradley, who did so much with that character, and really just made it his own, and had such a presence, it's going to be difficult. I thought she did a really good job. I think it's a different kind of Pinhead. She had authority too, and she had presence too, but it was a different kind of authority and presence. It was more of a subdued, subtle, maybe Hellraiser 1 kind of Pinhead. There's more of her in this one than there was the Pinhead in Hellraiser 1. The scene where she uses the pin to go through the character, I won't spoil it for anybody. If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. That was pretty cool. So yeah. I liked it. I said in my review, she's the second best Pinhead in the series. I know that's not saying much. But she was good. I think she did a great job. My therapist is going to want to hear about this. Hey, Laura Hanson, how you doing? Doug Bradley is still the best Pinhead. I mean, he's got a big head start on Jamie Clayton. And who knows, there may be more Hellraisers with, featuring her as Pinhead down the line. I'm sure that this Hellraiser is doing well on Hulu. So who knows what the future holds. The thing that one of the things that I think I liked about the new Hellraiser the most is that they changed the lore just enough to make this one feel different than all the other Hellraiser movies. But they kept it similar enough that, it's in its marrow, it's Hellraiser. But it's they did enough to change things to make it really stand out and be something that, if it's only a one-off kind of thing, I think it'll still, it can stand on its own. So I agree, Joseph. Yeah. The lament configuration and all the different configurations that it would go in, and that was really cool too. And I liked the ending, how you could choose what, you could choose your gift, of course, that Leviathan would bestow upon you. So, hey, Justin Murad, I'm doing good, man. How are you? Another good thing about the new Hellraiser is I couldn't really tell the difference between the CGI effects and the practical effects. And that's a major plus, because usually the CGI effects, they just stick out like a sore thumb. They're usually not done very well, et cetera, et cetera. I thought they were done really well here. I think it was a combination of both practical and CGI. So I think they did a really good job with that. So overall, I enjoyed Hellraiser. I think I gave it 3.5 stars on Letterboxd. And I stand by that. It's not one, I don't know how often I would revisit this Hellraiser, to be honest. I do hope it gets a physical media release, because I would buy it. I don't know how often I would revisit it. Although, I do feel like I would revisit it every now and again. Timmy Bartram, what's up, Piz? Any hawks for sale? If you're interested in a hawk, I paint pretty much all of them, with the exception of Jason Goes to Hell, Jason X, and Freddy vs. Jason. So if you're interested, shoot me a message on social media, and I can put you on the list. I will be talking about Halloween Ends here shortly. So, the Gasp is a British actress called Selena Lowe. I was also disappointed that Flathead, who I think is called Mask or Mosk or something like that, he wasn't in it as much as I wanted. I wanted more Flathead. So, I was disappointed that there wasn't more Flathead. We have got 50 likes on the stream. Thank you all for 50 likes. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. The poll, 71% are giving Hellraiser a thumbs up. Okay, cool. I remembered something. I've never told anybody this, but after watching the new Hellraiser, I remembered that back in the day, the company that was producing the direct-to-video Hellraiser movies, I'm going to talk about that Vestron release here shortly too, Dave. But back in the day, the folks who were producing those direct-to-video Hellraisers, it was Joel Swanson and Michael Leahy. And on their website, their company was called Neo Art and Logic, I think, something like that. They had a website back in the day, and there was a section on their website where you could pitch them a movie idea. You could pitch them or you could write them out a treatment for a movie and send it to them. And I'd completely forgotten that I did this many, many, many years ago. But I'd sent them, I guess what you'd call a treatment for a Hellraiser movie. And I was shocked at how much of that I remembered, considering that it is that it took place so long ago. But my pitch was, they say you write what you know, right? So I wrote a story about a guy and his brother has autism. The guy is very much like Frank from the original Hellraiser. He's he likes pleasure, and he likes pleasure a lot, to the point where he wants more. So he eventually gets the box, but it's his brother who has autism that accidentally opens the box. So it's kind of like Hellraiser 2 with the little blonde girl who accidentally opens the box. So the box opens, and because he's an innocent, the portal opens, but the Cenobites don't come for him. So he goes into Leviathan. And so half of the movie is the brother trying to get his way into Leviathan to get his brother out, or into the labyrinth. I think I even called it Hellraiser the Labyrinth. And so the brother, along the way of trying to find a way back into to gain access to the labyrinth, because the brother took the box with him in, he eventually meets Kirsty, and she's got a box. So there are multiple boxes, you know. So half the movie is him trying to get into hell to get his brother out, and the other half is Pinhead trying to corrupt the brother because he's an innocent. And because he's an innocent, he can't be harmed in the labyrinth. At one point, I remember writing that Pinhead commands Butterball to go and kill him. And chains fly out and grab Butterball and rip him to pieces. So he can't be harmed because he's an innocent. And because he's an innocent and he's in the labyrinth, it's causing the labyrinth to crumble, and it's falling in on itself. So Leviathan orders Pinhead to take the brother back, to get him out. But Pinhead sees the power in the brother. And Pinhead wants to become the king of hell. He wants to destroy Leviathan so that he can be the king of hell. And in the process, corrupt the brother to make him the new hell priest. So the other Cenobites, they're loyal to Leviathan. So Pinhead kills the other Cenobites. And it was the Chatterer and the female and, you know, the big guy. So at the end of it, as hell is, it's kind of like the end of Aliens, where the brother's in hell. He's trying to get the big brother's in hell, trying to get his little brother out while it's crumbling and crashing down upon them. At the same time, there was a scene where Leviathan would crash down and open up, and the engineer would come out of Leviathan. I think I wrote something like he was attached. He had like an umbilical cord, but it came out of his back into his spine. And so Pinhead and the engineer are fighting in hell as it's crashing down upon them. The engineer eventually kills Pinhead. And as hell is coming down on the engineer looks up, and his final words are, "Jesus wept." So that was my pitch for a Hellraiser movie to them back in the day. Never got a response. But I always kind of expected, like, you know, I'm going to see them like the next direct-to-video Hellraiser is Hellraiser the Labyrinth or something like that. I'm like, damn, they stole it. But never heard back from them, and I don't know. I was shocked at it just all started pouring back to me, even after all of these years. Yeah, so Hellraiser the Labyrinth. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, drop a like on the stream. There you go. Yes. Oh, thank you, Ewan. There's Christian in the chat. Hellraiser Revelations is still number one. I mean, that's, you know, that's a tough one to live up to. Hellraiser Revelations is a tough one to live up to. Oh, goodness. Good movie. Great movie. The best Pinhead. There's no doubt about that. I'm preparing another poll here. This one is for Halloween Ends. You guys going to be watching Halloween Ends in the theater or on Peacock? I did pre-order the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, Justin. Yes, I did. The 4K from Vinegar Syndrome. Absolutely. I could not resist. I could not resist. So yeah, we are 5 days away from Halloween Ends. And is it just me, or it seems like the hype for Halloween Kills was far greater at this point than it is for Ends. Are you guys feeling the hype for Halloween Ends, or is it, I don't know. I'm not feeling the hype. What do you guys think? Actually taking your Peacock with you to the theater? Okay, cool. What's up, DJ? Is that new Halloween box set worth a buy? You mean the 4K one? I mean, it depends on how much you like those movies. If you're a fan of 6, H2O, and Resurrection, then yeah. You know, if you're somebody who wants to, if you've got the other 5 and you want to, you got to be a completionist, yeah. Yeah. So, that's a very good point, Future Dead Camper. I think with so much stuff coming out, it didn't get all the attention this year. That's right. Yeah. I think that's a very good point, because we've had a lot of horror, a lot of theatrical horror coming out recently. Barbarian's been a big hit. Smile has been a big hit. You got, stuff like Hellraiser coming on Hulu. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff coming out. Of course, Terrifier 2. There's a lot of hype for Terrifier 2. I think a lot of these movies have taken some of the hype away from Halloween Ends. And maybe the fact that it's a, day and date has maybe hurt it a little bit. X and Pearl, yep. Can't forget about X and Pearl. That's true. That is true. So, I don't know. It's got some competition that I think Kills didn't have. So that, I don't know. I don't know. $3.45 akimbo. You can get this hoodie in my TeePublic store. That link is in the description. The Halloween Kills re-review is, I'm either going to try and film that tonight after the stream if I'm not too tired, or definitely tomorrow. So it'll be out. I'm probably going to make it available for patrons on Tuesday, and then fully available on Wednesday. So I pretty much, I rewatched Kills, and I took my buddy Captain Halloween's advice. He's not in the chat. I don't see him, but he gave me some very sound advice. And I also had my good friend, the doctor, in tow for emotional support. And, you know what? I made it through. I'm not going to spoil anything. But I think some people will be surprised with my re-review. I'm hoping not to receive death threats this time, or fewer death threats, or is always nice. So we'll I'll just have to keep you in suspense until that review drops. So going this Sunday with friends to see sNs in the theater. Okay, cool. Now that's, you know what? Mario Brothers, the new movie, will crush the box office competition. You know what? Mario may stomp Michael. You know? I don't know. Stomp him just like one of those turtles. I don't know. Your poll is missing at least one option. Let's see. What would that option be? You're going to watch it. I mean, it's not like you're not going to watch it. The option is, where are you going to watch it? All right. I know you're going to watch it, Lauren. And I expect a full review. Like a 30-minute breakdown of the film. That's what I'm expecting. Don't do us wrong, Lauren. If you go into Halloween Kills as a comedy, it's not that bad. I've not seen anything for this new Mario Brothers movie. Is that Mario Brothers movie really coming out like this early? Is it coming out in October? Is it really going to be competition for sNs? Jeremy and I are definitely going to go watch it in the theater. He's super excited about it. We'll probably shoot a video, and we'll get Jeremy's thoughts on the film. I was shocked. If you guys saw the Halloween 4K box set, Jeremy just, he shocks me. You think you know Jeremy, and then he just completely flips the script on you. He likes Halloween Resurrection. He's a Busta Rhymes fan, and his use of foul language in that video was just, I was aghast, personally. I was aghast. But, Super Mario's in the spring. Okay, I was thinking because I've not heard anything about that movie other than it's happening. So, does Halloween Ends have any competition when it comes out? I wouldn't think so. I wouldn't think any other horror movie would open up against it, but let's see. The poll, 53 votes, 51% is going to see it in the theater, 49% are going to see it on Peacock. Okay. All right. Good question, Joseph. Jeremy and I went on a epic shopping venture the other day, and we shot a bunch of video. And one of the places we were going to go was Spirit Halloween, a different Spirit Halloween, a much larger Spirit Halloween. And he said he didn't want to go. I guess he was worn out. But we had gone to several different places. But he said no, he didn't want to go. So, but that video will be out very soon. I need to drop a Unita candle, a Unita wax melt, because I need the scent of toasted marshmallow in the man cave. There we go. There we go. I'm going to the theater cosplaying as Corey. Very cool. Very cool. I may go cosplaying as Corey too. Just there you go. There you go. I know there's a lot of Team Corey members in the chat, and Corey appreciates all the support. If you're a Team Corey member, put a C in the chat for Team Corey. I really think Corey Cunningham is the character that's going to save this entire new trilogy. I really do. I really think so. I mean, the Iron Woman she's doing her part to try and save it. Big John and Little John are doing their part to try and save it, but I think it's going to be Corey Cunningham that does it. I really do. I really do. Has Jeremy recovered from the filth mouth he caught from Busta? He has. He's recovered from it. He's recovered from it. Thug Life Jeremy, you just never know what's going to come out of his mouth. There's been some situations where I've to be honest, I've been concerned about what was going to come out of his mouth. So. That's a very good question, Christian. Given that Halloween Resurrection is now hit 4K, how much has your daily life improved? Really, I can't put, the improvement has been astronomical. I really can't put a percentage on it, or, it's just been incredible. It's been incredible. Dylan, I think you're right. I think Creed is Corey Cunningham's favorite band. I think you're right. I think his favorite song is Higher. So, you can't spell Corey without including Roy. Yes. Oh, man. So Halloween Ends is 5 days away. What's up, Brian? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that very much. Ooh, Art the Clown has taken the slasher crown from Michael this month. Wow. You might be right. You actually might be right. Wow, who would have thought? Well, I mean, when Halloween Ends comes out, it'll be, I mean, it's going to have a big opening weekend, I think. So, Michael will be king again for at least one weekend, maybe two. So, I don't know. I'm concerned about the hype level. Where's the hype? Let's get the hype up for Michael. Let's get the hype up. Hey, Deborah, how are you doing? Marcus, thank you. I may need to put that on a shirt. Polite, intelligent, zestful. Nice. Outstanding, welcoming, epic, lovable, luxurious. Wow. I like that. Thank you. No, Thug Jeremy shirt. There we go. Yep. We need a Thug Jeremy shirt. I kind of doubt it. I do like James Jude Courtney as Michael. I really do. I'm gonna talk about that during my Halloween Kills re-review. So I think he's definitely one of the best things about this new trilogy. There's no doubt about it. But let's see. I tell you guys what, we have got some new PWO members to welcome to the fold, and we have a message from Hollywood Jeremy. So here we go.
The following announcement has been paid for by the PWO.
Pirate Jamie Brighter with PWO. We're with us against us. This is what's all about us. Get your PWO set today.
Mi nombre es La Perca. PWO. Por vida.
Power, wisdom, ostentatiousness. These are the tenets of the PWO. Woe be to the non-believers who might be smoked by my merciless spear, and their minds torn asunder by the ravenous dark of a moonless abyss. Hark, my dudes, the call of the Piz bellows forth. Will you answer or weep in the blackish shadows, forgotten by time?
All right, so there we go. Some new PWO members and a message from Hollywood Jeremy. And yes, Corey Cunningham is PWO. Yes. Yes. Laparca is the man. Yes. Laparca was always my favorite luchador from back in the day. Always my favorite luchador. I don't understand anything that's going on. Well, yeah, Lauren, you know what? I'm going to put in a good word with you, a good word for you with Hollywood Jeremy, and we'll see. See if we can't get you into the PWO. All right. It is a lifetime commitment, though. It is a lifetime commitment. So yes, welcome the newest members of the PWO. There's Dream Emulator. He is one of the new members. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And Future Dead Camper. She was in the chats a little while ago. Thank you, Future Dead Camper. Very kind of you. So let's see. Let's check that poll here. How's that poll looking? 73 votes. We have got 53% are going to see it in the theater. 47% are going to see it on Peacock. Okay. All righty. What, and by the way, Lauren, what was that third option you spoke of? Like not seeing it, pirating it? What were you talking about? You know you're going to see it. There's Future Dead Camper. Horror Collector 13 is driving and enjoying the stream. Well, drive carefully, my friend. Brendan Houston, what's up, man? Just got home from seeing The Lost Boys in the theater. Very cool. Very cool. Yes, the Bloodstream with the Iron Maiden is on the 20th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Also, I'm going to be doing the pizowell Halloween special this Saturday, the 15th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to have some special guests with me. Todd Farmer, Jamie Blanks, Joe Ziemba, and Peter Brackey will be joining me. And I'm trying to pin down one other guest, maybe two. We'll see what happens. But that's going to be a really fun show. So mark your calendars for Saturday the 15th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's going to be a really fun stream. And the stream with the Iron Woman is the 20th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also recently connected with an actor from one of my favorite Halloween films, and they were interested in doing a blood stream. Have to work out some details. Don't know if it'll happen in October, but it'll be a fun blood stream nevertheless. So let's see here. Let's talk about Michael Felsher's Facebook post from earlier today. Let me pull up a picture of it here. I'm sure most of you know who Michael Felsher is. He is the head honcho behind Red Shirt Pictures. He produces a lot of extras for Blu-ray releases, things of that nature. And he posted this earlier today. The revelation of the next Vestron Collector's Series title will be coming shortly, but I wanted to give a big shout out and thanks to all the cast and crew who participated. I wasn't anticipating the amount of yes that I received to my interview requests for this project, and everyone really brought some great memories and affection for their work, to their interviews and commentaries. This upcoming release will be a big bucket list item for me, and it may be the most features that Red Shirt has produced for a Blu-ray release in quite some time. Wait till you see the new cover art as well. This was a great way to close out the year. So there's been a lot of speculation as far as what this release is going to be. Some people are saying it's the Trick or Treat release, which the cat came out of the bag about that Trick or Treat release some time ago. And there's just not been much of a follow-up on it since. So maybe they're talking about that release, although, is Trick or Treat a big bucket list movie for Felsher? I don't know if I've ever heard him talk about that movie before, to be honest. Others have speculated that it could be Silent Night, Deadly Night, like a Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, 4, and 5 collection, or like a box set or something. Especially since he says coming out close, way to close out the year, a holiday. Christmas is the end of the year, of course. So there's been some speculation about Fright Night 2, of course. That's the one that I'm hopeful for. But there's just something about that movie. It's cursed. It seems like every time it supposedly gets close to a physical media release, something happens, and then it doesn't happen. Yep, the Dentist and the Dentist 2, people have speculated that kind of double release. So I don't know. I guess we'll see soon. He says the revelation will be coming shortly. So I guess we'll see. I mean, my fingers are crossed for Fright Night 2, but I'm not going to get my hopes up. I don't know. We'll see. It could be Trick or Treat. And I mean, unless Trick or Treat is really decked out with a lot of extras and whatnot, honestly, I think that announcement's going to be a little disappointing because we all kind of know Trick or Treat's coming out. The SNDN 3 through 5, you know, that'll be that would be fun. I mean, those movies need, you know, new transfers and some nice extras for those releases are sorely needed too, I think. So, I'd be happy with that, but I don't know. We'll see. We shall see what happens. Anybody want to speculate on what they think it's going to be? Hey, Mike 13V2, how you doing? We need a proper Trick or Treat Blu-ray. That very well might be what we're getting. That very well might be what we're getting. The Dentist or Dr. Giggles. I've always preferred the Dentist personally, but they both need better releases. Did the Dentist even get a Blu-ray? I don't know if the Dentist even got a Blu-ray. Dr. Giggles was on a Blu-ray as like a double pack. It needs a better Blu-ray. So I don't know. We shall see. Silent Night box set would be awesome. Yeah, I could go for that. I'd be happy with that. I'd be happy with the Trick or Treat new release too, although we kind of know it's coming.
Hey, you! Welcome to Team Corey.
Oh my God, we got a Team Corey member. Thank you, Melissa. Joining Team Corey. So yeah, we'll find out tomorrow.
The name's Bucky, and don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Wow. Thank you, JHP LLC, for the additional $9.99 super chat. Very kind of you, sir. Very generous. I appreciate that. I think the YouTube channel Pizowell may get a shout out in the new movie Amityville Rideshare. I can't confirm or deny that. Maybe even Hollywood Jeremy as well. Oh my God. Wow. I am looking forward to Amityville Rideshare. That's for sure. Of all the Amityville movies, Rideshare is the one I'm looking forward to. We'll find out tomorrow, says Kevin. Okay, cool. I will keep an eye out for that announcement. Dave wants the Trick or Treat release. Dentist 1 and 2 got DVDs only. Hey, what's up, Phil? How you doing, man? Hope you're doing well.
The name's Bucky.
Oh.
And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Bog Zombie, thank you for the $1 super chat, man. Appreciate that. I don't know. The Sean Connery Bucky is growing on me. I kind of like the Sean Connery Bucky. Put it this way. How about this? If you could have any new Blu-ray release, either for a movie that's never had a Blu-ray or for a movie that got a crappy Blu-ray, what would it be? In your world, what release would that be? Let me know. All right, let's close down the poll here. 87 votes. Oh, Peacock is now in the lead. So 87 votes, 51% say they're going to watch Halloween Ends on Peacock, 49% say they're going to watch it in the theater. All right, I'm ending it there. Blood Beach. Okay, Blood Beach. Movie Fan says Fright Night 2. That would be mine. That would be mine. But The Hitcher's coming. The Hitcher's coming from Second Sight, and Second Sight's going to do that release justice. That's going to be a really nice release for The Hitcher. Dave, all about that Trick or Treat release.
The name's Bucky, and don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Mishra Shade. Thank you for the $9.99 super chat. Very kind of you. Just wanted to stop and say hi, Piz. And here's hoping there's a Ben Tramer appearance in Halloween Ends. You know what? Where has Ben Tramer been in this new trilogy? Why has there not been a mention of Ben Tramer? I mean, seriously. We've had all the other, characters from where's Ben Tramer? Come on. Show Ben Tramer some love. But thank you for that, Mr. Shade. I appreciate it. What's up? Oh, that's right. Fright Night 2 has a great region-free Spanish Blu-ray. Yep, I've got that release, but I want more. I want like a brand new 4K transfer or just a 4K of Fright Night 2 with tons of extras and interviews and, that's what I want. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Okay. Yeah, that's a great movie. It's a great, great movie. Tremendous performance from Brad Dourif in that film. Should check out Days of the Dead in Atlanta. Tim Capello's going to be... I've met Tim Capello. Tim Capello's awesome. I've not met Reggie the Reckless, though. I would like to meet him. Let's see here. Ghostbusters Sponge Plush. Nice. King Kong 1978. Eyeball by Umberto Lindsay. I don't know if I've ever seen Eyeball. Yeah, but Melissa, Halloween 2 Halloween 2 didn't happen in this new trilogy. So Ben is still alive. He's still out there. All right, JHP, take care, man. Appreciate the super chat, sir. Have a good one. The new Fright Night 4K looks dope. I've not pulled the trigger on that one just yet. I've got the release that came out a couple of years ago from Eureka. And I've been pretty happy with that one. So I don't know. If I can catch that 4K steelbook at a decent price, I may snag it. I don't know. And thank you all for 80 likes on the stream tonight. Appreciate that. If you've not dropped a like, please do so. Yeah, Danny DeVito is also good in Cuckoo's Nest. That is correct. That's always been the popular belief, Joe, is that it has something to do with the Menendez brothers and the murder of their father, who was like the producer of the film or whatever. I don't know how much of that is true. I've heard all kinds of stories about why Fright Night 2 has had all these rights issues. I've heard the Menendez brothers. I've heard the music. I've heard other things that involve that Menendez guy. Apparently he was not a nice fella. The Fly needs a new special edition. Okay. Ooh, the Night Flyer. Yes, I'd love a Blu-ray for the Night Flyer. Yes. All right, Dave, good night, man. Have a good one. Thanks for hanging out. I think the reason why we've not gotten another Night Flyer release in so long since that Flipper Case DVD is because of the producer, Richard Rubenstein. He seems to hold all of his the titles that he has the rights to very close to the vest. I mean, we're finally getting a Martin release, and that's taken how long? That Dawn of the Dead release was a great release, but that was through Second Sight, which a lot of people, if they really wanted that, they had to import it. So Mr. Shade, you just watched Edge of the Axe and loved it. Yes, I love Edge of the Axe. Love that movie. Arrow did that one justice. So we'll find out tomorrow, possibly, what this new Vestron release is. I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. I do want to talk about a couple of movies that I recently watched. Has anybody else watched Werewolf by Night? Or is anybody familiar with the comic book property Werewolf by Night? Really? Night Flyer was filmed at the airport you used to work at, Bill. Interesting. A Henry II special edition with Chuck Perillo discussing his choices. That would be cool. Yeah, I could go for that. I could definitely go for that. Ewan says he just watched Edge of the Axe too. Cool. The Stepfather 1 and 2. Doesn't the Stepfather 1 have a Blu-ray from Scream Factory? Didn't the Stepfather get a Blu-ray from Scream Factory? I don't remember. Let's see. Yep, he got a Blu-ray from Scream Factory. Was it just like a... Oh, yeah, it was just like a... Oh, it wasn't even like a collector's edition release, though. It's got an audio commentary and the Stepfather Chronicles. So, a better release of the Stepfather would be nice. I agree. Love the comic Werewolf by Night. 32 was Moon Knight's first appearance. Well, there is a Werewolf by Night movie that is available right now on Disney Plus. It's a Disney Marvel movie, and it is easily the best Disney Marvel movie I've ever seen. I enjoyed that movie thoroughly. It's only it's not even an hour long, I don't think. All in black and white, definitely heavily inspired by the old school monster movies, the Universal movies. So much fun. I highly, highly recommend it. Considering that it's like a Disney Marvel thing, I'm shocked by how good it is. I'm shocked by how much I liked it. So if you've not seen Werewolf by Night, I definitely recommend it.
And don't try any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Franco Calderon, thank you for the 5, I'm not sure what that denomination is, super chat. Hey Piz, what kind of music do you like, and do you still buy it in CD format? Occasionally I'll buy a used CD, at a used bookstore if I see, I think I bought the Crow soundtrack not long ago for a couple of bucks to listen to with Jeremy in the car. Or, I listen to it alone in the car too, but Jeremy loves the Crow soundtrack. So that's the last actual CD I've bought in a very long time. But mostly listen to music either on YouTube or through Amazon Music. Even in the car, I've got it's so funny. Jeremy's hardcore about when he's in the car. It's all about what music he wants to listen to. And it's funny because he'll take my phone and he'll go to Amazon Music. He'll find whatever he wants to watch, and then he'll press the button on the radio to connect the car with the phone. Like he's figured that out. And he goes on these kicks where, like for a long time it was all Smashing Pumpkins. And then for a while it was, what was it? I forget who it was after Smashing Pumpkins. But here for the past, several months, it's been all Soundgarden. Every time he gets in the car, he's grabbing my phone, finding the Super Unknown record on Amazon Music, and he just starts from the beginning, and we listen to, whenever we're out, we go out to get food, or we go out to go to the post office or to the grocery store or wherever, we're listening to Super Unknown. It's been that for the past, gosh, I don't know how many months. But thank you, Frank. I appreciate that very much, man. Updates on Mutilator 2. I know Mutilator 2 is done. I know it's in the can. I believe it's completely finished, as a matter of fact. The last I heard was that Buddy was trying to find distribution for it. And he'd mentioned that Arrow was interested in putting it out on Blu-ray, since they did the original Mutilator. He also mentioned that Arrow might be working on a 4K of the Mutilator. So that would be cool. But I don't know. We'll hopefully hear something very soon from Buddy about the Mutilator 2 and when it will be available to mutilate us all. Hopefully soon. What kind of music do I like? I like all kinds of different, different types of music. I mostly like, rock and metal and that sort of thing. I've been listening to a lot of Helmet lately. I've reconnected with Helmet after a long time. Their Betty album is so good. So that's the one that I've been listening to. If I'm in the car alone, I'm listening to Helmet's Betty album. Let's see. Let me just grab my phone here. Let's see what I've been listening to on Amazon Music. Let me back out of the Super Unknown record, because that's what we were listening to today on the way to, Taco Bell. So I've been listening to Diamond Dies, the Deftones record, Betty by Helmet. I was listening to my buddy Mike, B-Movie Mike. Some of you guys know B-Movie Mike. He's got a new music project called Civilian Storage. Look it up. It's on, got a couple of tracks that are available on Spotify and Amazon Music. Check those out. I was listening to the new Mars Volta record recently. I was listening to Sparta, Alice in Chains, the Alice in Chains Dirt record, which turned 30 recently. Gosh, 30 years ago. My God. I was listening to Crosses. Listening to some Michael Jackson recently as well. Yes. At the drive-in, My Bloody Valentine, Prince. Been rocking some Prince. Listen to the Purple Rain record. Sonic Youth, their Evol record. So yeah, that's just some stuff. Queens of the Stone Age. That's just some of the stuff I've been listening to recently. Will you do more bad Michael Myers masks? They are funny. I don't know if I'm going to be able to squeeze in another one of those before Halloween or not. I'm going to be doing another good Michael Myers mask unboxing very soon. But I don't know about the bad ones. I think I've cornered the market on bad Michael Myers masks. I think I've got them all. So... Miss Rashade, yeah, my Scream Factory Shocktober shipment, they actually split it up into two. I'm not sure why. I purchased 5 things. They shipped 2. The other 3 were processing for like a week and a half. I got the first 2 things they shipped. And I messaged Scream Factory the other night and was like, hey, these are processing. Are they not available? Like, what's up? And literally later that night, I got the notification that they'd shipped. So, Deftones is one of my favorite bands. I think they're my favorite band, really. Yes, Justin, I did get a pre-order the Texas Chainsaw 2 4K. Yes, indeed. I'd love to see a Mutilator 2 through Arrow. Hopefully that's going to happen. Does Jeremy have any favorite bands? Yeah, Smashing Pumpkins, Soundgarden, Pearl Jam, Alice in Chains. He's a big, 90s alternative guy, grunge. So, don't know about his favorite song, though. It's funny. The other day I was walking by Jeremy's bedroom, and he was sitting on his bed looking at an issue of Rue Morgue, and he was listening to a System of a Down song. I don't remember if it was Toxicity or Chop Suey on his iPad. And I just kind of stood there in his doorway for a minute, and I imagined that me watching him was similar to like my mother watching me as a kid sitting on my bed, probably looking at a Fangoria and listening to, Pantera or something like that. So, but yeah, sitting on his bed, looking at a Rue Morgue and listening to System of a Down. I'd never heard him listen to System of a Down before. So that was a first. Oh, you saw Ghost last month. Oh, very cool. Very cool. Swaggy G likes Weezer. When will you and Jeremy do horror movie watch-alongs on YouTube? We're gonna do. I think what I'm planning on doing is, I think what I want to do is like a different live commentary every day for like an entire week. Instead of doing one every Friday, just do one every day for like a week. So that's what I'm planning on doing. Trying to schedule the live commentaries has been hectic. It's not worked out the way that I wanted it to, and we're already 9 days into October. So, hopefully it'll work out that way. That is weird, wise guy. That is weird. Yeah. Out of all the big grunge bands, the only singer alive is Eddie Vedder. Yeah. What's even sadder about that is that, the 4 big, Seattle bands, the grunge bands, like the voices of my generation. 3 of the 4 are dead. 2 of them took their own lives, and 1 of them died of a drug overdose. Do your conversations with Jeremy off camera happen pretty much the same way they do on? Yeah, I just love your dynamic and the obvious love between you. Yep, the conversations are pretty much the same. Yep. They're pretty much the same. Justin, you pre-ordered the Don't Open Till Christmas release from Vinegar Syndrome. I did too. I love that movie. And a lot of extras on that one. I'm sure it's going to look great. Yeah, I've always loved Don't Open Till Christmas. Thank you all for 84 likes on the stream. If you've not dropped a like on the stream, please do so. I would appreciate that. But Werewolf by Night, if you've not seen Werewolf by Night, I highly recommend it. I had an absolute blast with it, and I think you guys will too. A great movie to watch during the Halloween season or to watch on Halloween night. Again, it's not even an hour long, and just a ton of fun. Really, really enjoyed it. I also recently saw The Invitation. Do you guys remember The Invitation? Did anybody actually go see The Invitation? It was the movie that the big reveal was that the big reveal was supposed to be that it's a vampire movie, but the trailer wasn't supposed to spoil that, but the trailer spoiled that anyway. And when you watch the movie, literally within the first minute, you know, oh, this is a vampire movie. So that's odd to me because people complain that the trailer spoiled the movie and that there's the big reveal, but literally a minute into the movie, you know it's a vampire movie. So I don't know. Manuel, you saw it in theaters? I saw it, and it's definitely not as bad as some people have said. It's not that great though either. I mean, it's good. It reminded me a lot of Ready or Not, which is a movie that I love, but a very kind of watered down PG-13 version of it with vampires and, you know, bloodless vampires, you know what I mean? Very kind of soft vampires, heavy on the romantic angle, light on the vampire-y stuff. I did a very brief review of it on Letterboxd, and I said something to the effect of, I don't regret watching it, but I will decline the invitation to give it a rewatch. So I'd say it's good for a one-time watch. But other than that, you know, but definitely not as bad as I was expecting. That was one of those trailers that just showed way too much. Yeah. There's a lot of trailers like that. I really want to see Smile. I really do. I'd like to sneak out at some point and catch a matinee of it before it leaves theaters. So hopefully I can do that, because I've heard really good things about it, and what little I have seen about it and have heard about
Bucky.
it looks and
Don't
sounds
try
interesting.
Any of that Halloween shit with me. Don't you even think about moving.
Thank you, Antonis, for the additional $10 super chat. That's very, very kind of you, sir. Did you see Terrifier 2 yet? And if so, can you please tell me one kill from the movie, because I heard it is so brutal than any other horror movie we have seen before. I've not seen Terrifier 2 yet. Does anybody know when that thing's going to hit on demand? Because it's not playing in any theater near me. I want to see it, but I'm just going to have to wait until it's available to stream. I have heard that it is supposed to be like insanely brutal. Like, I mean, to the point where people will be offended by the brutality. So, that, that always sounds interesting. That sounds like a challenge. That the movie's challenging you to watch it. Can you handle the brutality of Terrifier 2? The only thing that concerns me about it is the runtime. It's 2.5 hours long, which seems like a really long time for that kind of movie. But apparently it doesn't feel like 2.5 hours. So that's good. That's good. It's going to be on Screambox. It will come to Screambox, but there's no date for it when it's going to come to Screambox. The Crow. Yes, The Crow also needs a 4K special edition. Yeah, I agree, Mike. I agree. Maybe now that we're getting that Crow remake with Bill Skarsgård, we'll get like a new Crow, release. Maybe a 4K or something. They cranked it up to 11. It is brutal. They don't cut away from beheadings. So there's more than one. Is that what you're saying? There's multiple beheadings. People threw up in the theater. That's a very good sign. Cool. See, that's how they should have marketed the movie. Like, you get a barf bag if you go watch it in the theater, it comes with a barf bag. Smile is surprisingly great. I was expecting it to be Slender Man quality. Terrifier 2 will probably be available on physical media before the year's end. Yeah, I'd say so. Yes, I mean, I think Art the Clown has taken a lot of Michael Myers' steam. I think he's stolen a lot of the limelight from old Mike. There's one scene in Terrifier 2 that is genuinely shocking. Not the gore so much as how long it goes on. Yeah, I heard that. I heard there's this there's a scene in the movie that goes on for a long time. So. Oh, that's right, Justin. I heard about that. Final Exam is getting a 4K. Yes, I did hear about that. What was the first Halloween movie you ever saw? I think it was Halloween 2. Pretty sure it was Halloween 2. I don't know if we're getting a Pumpkinhead 4K. Pumpkinhead's a good movie. I don't hear people talking about Pumpkinhead very much, but that is a good movie. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Anything on your minds? Yeah, Lance Henriksen is really good in Pumpkinhead. Yeah. What was my clique in high school? I'm thinking the goth kids. No. My high school was sort of a small high school, so there really weren't. It was cliquish, but it wasn't like super cliquish. I mean, you could very easily be friends with just about everybody. I mean, there was the Yeah, there was like the preppy bunch, but they weren't that preppy. And there was like, a small kind of metalhead kind of group. There was the stoners. But it wasn't like super cliquey, You could be friends with everybody. I mean, I was kind of friends with everybody, really. So you weren't relegated to one set or another. There really weren't. There was, I don't know, maybe one or two gothy kids in high school. Just one or two. That was kind of before. That was really, I guess, at the beginning of the goth thing, but before it really got out of hand. Pre Hot Topic, which it's funny because every time we go, if Jeremy and I go to a mall and there's a Hot Topic, he wants to go to the Hot Topic to quote unquote see the goth kids. But really he goes there because he knows they have cool shirts, and he always talks me into buying him new shirts. So there's Mid-Level Media in the chat. What's going on, Ken? Hope you're doing well, man. What's up, Piz? The new Hellraiser was definitely the best since Hellworld. I would definitely put it above and beyond just about all those direct-to-video sequels. That's for sure. Yeah, see, there you go. There you go. We all stuck together in the small town Kentucky schools. Nothing else to do. Yeah, that's, yeah. You pretty much nailed it there, Ken. You pretty much nailed it. My graduating class was, it was a fair size, but like the people that I graduated high school with are people that I had gone to school with, most of them literally since like kindergarten. So is that kind of thing. Not watching She-Hulk. Not really interested in She-Hulk. The first horror movie I ever saw. It might actually be Halloween 2. That might actually, because I vividly remember watching the scene where Ben Tramer gets killed and like being like, holy crap. Like that it freaked me out. Because it was like, it's not just that he got hit by a car. He got hit by a car, pinned up against a van, and then the thing bursts into flames and toasts him. I mean, what a brutal way to go, But like, I can remember being a little kid sitting on the couch, watching it with my mom, and like seeing that and being like, holy, whoa, that's not right. So Halloween 2 might be the very first horror movie I saw. Sigourney Weaver turned 73. My goodness. Wow. I love Sigourney Weaver's quote in like her high school yearbook, her graduating yearbook. Her quote was something like, please God, don't let me be normal. So I think she got that wish. All right, Future Dead Camper, take care. Thanks for hanging out. The goth kids from South Park. I know. That's what he means is the goth kids from South Park. Like he thinks we're going to see the goth kids from South Park in we actually Jeremy will point out people who he think are goth, and he'll point them out literally with them standing right in front of you and go, goth. He's done that several times. Like we were in Hot Topic not long ago. It'll be part of the shopping video that I'll have out here soon. But like I'm checking out, because of course he talked me into buying him a couple of shirts and a book. And as I'm checking out, Jeremy walks up to the counter, points at the girl checking me out and goes, goth. And she just kind of goes, uh-huh. But he'll do that to people in public and just be like, goth. So he thinks goth is pretty amusing, or I don't know. He's, For a Michael Myers mask collection, which mask is the best one to start with? I would start with the Trick or Treat Studios 1978 mask. That's a good one to start with. Yes, Jeremy and I will be going to Scarefest. Ken was with the band kids. Ken, can you confirm, were you a band kid in high school? And if so, what instrument did you play? Your local theater played the 78 Halloween tonight, so naturally I had to see the masterpiece on the big screen. Oh, cool. That's cool, Justin. Jeremy needs a reality show. No, never really thought about doing that, Gravedank. I don't think Jeremy wouldn't sit still for that to happen. I don't think Jeremy would just not. He would not. He wouldn't dig that. Like, Jeremy, can we cover your face in this stuff? And no. But you'll be able to breathe through these straws. No. Oh, so Ken was in band from middle school through high school, 8 years. But what instrument did you play? Tuba? Was it tuba? Yeah, I saw Halloween 2018 in theater. Jeremy's Christmas list, so far, just shirts. He literally, he came in here the other day and he said, look up shirts on Hot Topic. Or no, he said, look up shirts on TeePublic. So he and I sat down and we looked at shirts on TeePublic for like a half an hour. We looked at, Gumby shirts and Popeye shirts and Betty Boop shirts and Three Stooges shirts, God, Pet Cemetery shirts. He just kept throwing them out there. So I actually bookmarked a few of them that he said he wanted for Christmas, but God, he just does not need any more shirts. He's got a closet full of shirts, but he loves shirts. I played everything from percussion, from the snare to the woodblock. Wow, okay. A percussionist. Nice, nice. Hey, there's Chris Slasher Home Video. How are you, sir? Piz, you're looking menacing in the dark with that hood up. I'm just trying to stay warm in this cold Kentucky weather we've been having. Donnie Darko and the original Halloween on a double feature. Brandon, wow, that sounds cool. Nice. I was in several parades marching, played the quad drums. Oh man, is that the big thing you strap on yourself and you walk and play? That sounds difficult. Oh, did you play the cowbell? That's a good one. See, that's what I would have wanted to play in band, is the cowbell. And I would have played the hell out of that thing. Well, I mean, Jeremy pretty much gets whatever he wants already. So, I mean, he is spoiled. He is beyond spoiled. I've been loving the weather. The leaves are even starting to turn. Yeah, I've been loving the weather too. Last night it got really cold though. And I was like, ooh. But like, you know, the leaves are turning. I love that that brisk, you know, breeze that we've been having. Yeah. Digging the weather. There's Jamie in the chat. How you doing, Jamie? There's a t-shirt idea. Jeremy pointing with the caption goth. Yeah. Oh, wow. Hold on. Cowbell, cymbals, bass drum, xylophone. I knew it. I knew the xylophone would be in there. Triangle. All of it. Wow. Wow. Man. So Ken is very percussive. Saturn Video marched bass drum for 2 years and snare for the other 2. That is cool. That is very cool. Oh, wow, Jamie, you streamed for 4 hours. My goodness. That's an epic stream. Yes, Rick, thank you. Yes. Let's see, where are we at as far as... Oh, we've got 98 likes on the stream. Can we get it to 100? Can we get it to 100? Mean Dave ordered Amityville in Texas too. Are they going to wait and send both out together? I'm not sure. How does Vinegar Syndrome do that? They may wait and send them both together. I don't know. No, don't have a real fireplace. Don't have a real fireplace in my house. Yes. It's not easy doing long streams alone. But I am doing a stream with some awesome special guests on Saturday the 15th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm talking about the pizowell Halloween special. I will be joined by Jamie Blanks, Peter Brackey, Todd Farmer, and Josie Imba for that stream. And I'll hopefully be announcing another guest or two very soon. So keep your eyes peeled for that. And of course, the Bloodstream with the Iron Maiden, the Iron Woman, the Iron Lady from Halloween Kills is going down on the 20th, beginning at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you've not marked your calendars for those, do so. That's going to be fun. My Halloween Kills re-review will be out next week. I'm thinking most likely Tuesday. I'll make it available for patrons first, and then it'll be fully available by Wednesday at the very least. So, yes. Can't wait for the Halloween special. Yeah, it's going to be fun. It's going to be very fun. It's going to be fun. No pumpkin beers this fall. No pumpkin beers this fall yet. Todd Farmer is cool AF. He is. Indeed he is. Indeed he is. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and call it a night there. Let me do some shout outs here before I log off. Shout out to Mike13V2 who tuned in over on Twitch. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's do some shout outs here. Shout out to Antonis Andriadis for the 1, 2, 3 super chats. Thank you very much, sir. Very, very kind of you. Very generous. I appreciate that. Shout out to the Great Spider Scion for the $2 super chat. Shout out to JHP LLC for the 1, 2, 3 super chats. Very kind of you. Very generous of you, sir. Debbie Loomis, thank you for the $1.99 super chat. Bog Zombie, thank you for the $1 super chat. Mish Rashade, thank you for the $9.99 super chat. And Franco Calderon, thank you for the $5 super chat. Let me see what that is. Why is that not? Ah, it's Peruvian. Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, thank you for that, Franco. Much appreciated, sir. All right, let's see who is still with me here on this Sunday night. We've got Jimmy L. Good morning, Chan, Jamie, Michael Sullivan, Deborah Priestley, Rick Hunter, Saturn Video, Entertainment Wizard, Swaggy G, Ewan Thomas, Sean Sr., Wise Guy 100, Zombie 7979, Justin Murad, Eric Shosted, Mean Dave Cranberry, Chester 22, Mid-Level Media Ken, lost my spot. Bog Zombie, Slasher Home Video, Chris, Ghostbusters Sponge Plus, great name. Cliff Booth, Crease Fold. Manuel Villarreal. 345 Akimbo. Grave Dank. Movie Fan. Yeah, thank you all for tuning in for the 10th Sunday night stream. Thank you all very much. Let's see. I think my chat froze up on me, didn't it? It did indeed. Good night, Piz. It's always a pleasure. Thank you, Deborah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rizami, thank you. Yes, indeed. PWO. Rick, thank you. And we've got one more super chat, looks like, coming in. Brandon, thank you for the 99-cent super chat. Appreciate that, sir. Don't know if that... Is it going to pop up? Is it going to pop up? Anywho, thank you all so much for tuning in and hanging out with me on this Sunday night. I appreciate it. I will see you guys again next Sunday. Gosh, a lot's going to happen between now and next Sunday. Ooh, a lot's going to happen. Halloween Kills re-review. Possibly a Halloween Ends review. Ooh, it's going to be interesting. All right. Well, take care. Be well. And until next time, peace.
The following announcement has been paid for by the PWO.
And don't try any of that Halloween.
Pirate Jimmy Brighter with PWO. We're with us against us. This is what it's all about us. Get your PWO set today.
Mi nombre es La Perca. PWO. Por vida.
Power, wisdom, ostentatiousness. These are the tenets of the PWO. Woe be to the non-believers who might be smoked by my merciless spear, and their minds torn asunder by the ravenous dark of a moonless abyss. Hark, my dudes! The call of the Piz bellows forth. Will you answer or weep in the blackest shadows, forgotten by time?